This week at Bungie, we've got a sweet tooth for loot. Boo! Did I scare you? Probably not. But hey, it's Festival of the Lost. Things are feeling a bit spookier than usual. I can't take a turn in the tower without running into a guardian dressed for the occasion. Ava Levante has returned, masks and all. If you missed the rundown on our spooky seasonal event last week, be sure to read last week's blog article. Tuesday kicked off the Festival of the Lost, but we've also unveiled a few treats that will be coming your way in November. Beyond Light is opening the doors to Europa and renewing your quest for sweet, precious loot. In case you missed it, check out our weapons and gear page on Bungie.net. Beneath the ice, a glimpse of glass from a rifle's scope, the gleam of golden armor piercing through the ice of eons, a treasure trove of golden age tech, and cutting-edge weaponry patiently awaits the Guardians, destined to take up arms. Exotic weapons. We have an exotic pulse rifle called No Time to Explain. Precision hits and hits against enemies affected by stasis will return to the magazine. Stack this effect to summon a portal which will fire bullets from an alternate timeline of the weapon. Exotic sniper rifle Cloud Strike. Precision final blows will generate lightning bolts at the target location. Rapid precision shots will summon an entire storm at the point of impact. Exotic sword, the Lament. A mortal blade, a stalwart shield. Block with the Lament to rev the blade, then shred through shielded enemies. At its peak, damaging an enemy will heal the wielder. Exotic grenade launcher, Salvation's Grip. Redemption is within your grasp. Each fired projectile will create stasis crystals that will freeze nearby targets. Charge to increase the amount of crystals created and the freeze radius. Uncover a new arsenal. Your latest deadly discovery lies within your reach. Grip its handle, feel the weight in your hands, secure in the knowledge that Aramis Fallen have met their match. It's time to gear up for the storm. So that's our armor that we're getting for next season, the Europa Armor. And I'm assuming these are the weapons for Europa. Oh, these must be the ornaments. Exotic armor, Titan exotic gauntlets, Icefall mantle. Stand tall against the oncoming hordes with this reinforced armor that replaces the Titan's barricade with overshield, absorbing damage from incoming fire. Titan exotic helmet, precious scars. Prove your strength even when coming back from the brink. Upon revives, the Titan gains an overshield aura that protects the wearer and nearby allies. Hunter exotic helmet, Mask of Bacchus. Don the mask to replace the Hunter's dodge ability with a longer range shift ability that also temporarily cloaks the wearer during use. Hunter exotic gauntlets, Arthrus's Embrace. The Hunter weighted knife gains a second ricochet. Rapid precision hits gain a damage bonus and can temporarily stagger enemies. Warlock exotic helm, Dawn Chorus. Feel that sweet burn. The Warlock's Daybreak projectiles deal extra damage and cause enemies to burn on contact. Gain melee energy each time a burn damages a target. That is a gorgeous helmet. Warlock exotic gauntlets, Necrotic Grip. A deadly caress compounded. Melee attacks corrupt enemies with increasing damage over time. Defeating a corrupted combatant spreads the corruption to nearby targets and restores melee energy. Cool new gear. Discover and collect new weapons, armor, and accessories suited to your playstyle. Your weapons are many, Guardian, but then so too are your foes. Wait a second, we're giving Warlocks what? Gauntlets that spread poison through hordes of enemies? I want some. The ability to shift using Mask of Bacchus looks pretty sweet for hunters. In just a little over a month, you may find your new favorite exotic in the wild. Today, we've got a lot to cover, including changes coming to armor mods, the kickoff of our Festival of the Lost art and fashion show, and more. Let's get started where it all began, in the Cosmodrome. Burn bright new light. Over the last year, there's been a lot of great feedback about the new player experience in Destiny 2. Currently, players are given a single mission to become acquainted with some basic gameplay, and then let loose in the tower without much direction on where to go or what to do next. This led to some confusion as many players didn't exactly know where to start. Who's that robot that's meticulously cleaning an auto rifle? What do I do with these engrams? And what's a Zavala or a Vuvuzela? The team has been working to restructure the on-ramp for Destiny 2, and today we'll be giving a small glimpse into the new light experience. Starting November 10th, players will start in the same way that most all of us have. A ghost will be on the hunt for their guardian. They'll stumble upon you, and they'll revive you for the first time. What's different now is that you won't immediately find a ship. Rather, you'll stumble into another guardian in the wild. Shahan is his name, and he's on a mission with his fire team to investigate what the Hive are up to in the Cosmodrome. He'll show you the ropes and help you find your way among the gameplay and systems of Destiny 2. As a new player, you'll spend your first few missions getting acquainted with the state of the world in Destiny 2. You'll have opportunity to take a few weapons out for a spin, find engrams to try different armor and see our progression systems, and have some time to learn how to navigate the user interface to understand quests, bounties, collections, and more. All of this will happen before you set foot in the tower, and our hope is that this refreshed new light experience will give a much warmer welcome to Guardians as they play Destiny 2 for the first time. With the Cosmodrome coming out of the Destiny content vault, this gave us the perfect opportunity to overhaul our new player experience. For veteran players out there, this will be a stroll through memory lane. While the Plaguelands are strictly quarantined per Vanguard orders, you'll still be able to explore much of what you remember from your first days as a Guardian. Running through the Moth Yards to collect spin metal, heading down the stairs of the steps to face off against powerful Hive Knights, and more. There will be occasional moments of discovery, like stumbling upon a lost sector that you haven't seen before. If you're an existing player and would like to go through the New Light quest, it will also be available to you on November 10th. We're excited to see how new players react to our revamped New Light experience, and for many of you to get your boots back on the ground in the Cosmodrome. Eyes up, Guardian. Mod modifications. We're a little over a month out from Beyond Light, 33 days to be precise. We have quite a bit to cover between now and then, from sandbox updates to how your various economies are being updated. Sandbox is always a hot topic of discussion, and today we'll be diving a bit deeper into the ways you customize your gameplay experience through armor mods. Armor mods are used to elevate your reload speeds, ability regen, and more to higher levels. In November, some of the mods you commonly use are being tuned. Some mods will be buffed, while others will be removed altogether. Here we're going to dive into a patch note preview of sorts, with snippets of developer commentary from the development team throughout. Energy type requirements. All of the weapon-oriented armor mods, such as hand cannon loader, fusion rifle ammo finder, and such, have been changed to be any energy type. As a result of the above change, all arc charged with light mods now activate their second perk if you have any other arc mod equipped on the same armor piece, or if you have any other arc charged with light mod socket in any other armor piece you are wearing. Developer commentary: removing the energy type requirements from weapon-focused mods has been a consistent piece of community feedback since Armor 2.0 launched. However, doing so meant that every mod socket would be displaying 3 times as many mods at a time, which would become cumbersome. Enhanced mod rebalancing. All mods that have an enhanced version of that mod, such as enhanced hand cannon loader, have had the base mod's efficacy increased to match that of the enhanced version of the mod. As a result, those enhanced mods have been deprecated, and the base mod's energy costs have been adjusted upward slightly, but are still lower than the equivalent enhanced mods. Some mods have moved to different slots to create more competition for mod sockets across armor pieces. For example, the fast ready mods have moved to the arm sockets. Developer commentary: we consistently see feedback that players often don't start feeling the impact of mods until they have an enhanced mod, or 2 non-enhanced mods socketed. So to resolve both issues, we decided to raise the floor on the effectiveness of all mods to the point where players were more likely to feel their impact, and to deprecate the 2 tiers of mods. This should also make having 2 different mods in the same category, say hand cannon loader and shotgun loader, socketed at the same time more appealing than it was previously, where players often needed to double stack the same mod to feel like they are getting any benefit. In essence, we are making enhanced mods cheaper and more accessible, and deprecating the lesser mods. Raid mods! Starting in Season 12, the Last Wish, Garden of Salvation, and the upcoming Beyond Light raid armors will now drop with a 5th dedicated armor mod socket that is exclusively for the mods related to that raid. Last Wish and Garden of Salvation armor acquired prior to Season 12 will not have this dedicated armor socket, but will still be able to use the mods related to that raid in the new Legacy armor mod socket. Anti-Taken mods from Last Wish will only function in the Last Wish raid. Anti-Hive mods from the Leviathan raid will be deprecated, and Anti-Fallen raid mods from the Scourge of the Past will be deprecated. So guys, you might want to just disassemble that armor or turn it into ornaments. Sadness. Developer commentary: the decision to give the raid armors a 5th mod socket dedicated solely to its raid mods should not only make the raid armors a more valuable reward, but also should compensate for the restriction on the usage of these raid mods, with the ability to use that armor to craft your build both in and out of the raid. Regarding the deprecation of the Anti-Hive and Anti-Fallen mods, and the restriction of the Anti-Taken mods to Last Wish, this is something that we've had our eye on for a while. We've consistently gotten feedback that faction-specific mods are highly unbalanced outside of the content they were intended to work. In this case, the raids, which are being moved to the DCV. Because these are useful with any instance of a combatant race, activity designers and sandbox designers were constantly having to be aware of how these mods would impact the play of those activities. They have proven to be problematic in Gambit, creating a clear divide between the haves and have-nots, and have significantly reduced the challenge of Dungeon. With the raids that provided the source for these mods going into the Destiny content Vault provides, we have the opportunity to gracefully remove these mods and their long-reaching consequences. Last Wish, which was designed and balanced with its anti-taken mods in mind, will remain a part of the game and continue to reward players with its mods. However, to prevent those far-reaching consequences mentioned above, we are aligning those mods with other raid mods and making them function only in the raid that they drop from. We've had a positive response to the more mechanic-focused mods from Garden of Salvation, and future raids will have mods more like those. Combat mods: all armor released in Beyond Light and Season 12, all Last Wish and Garden of Salvation armor acquired starting in Season 12, and all Armor 2.0 exotic armor pieces, including those already possessed by players, will have a combat style mod socket. In Season 12, this socket will accept all Charged with Light and Warmind Cell mods. Guys, exotic armor pieces are getting these mods. All Armor 2.0 armor acquired during Seasons 8 to 11 have had their seasonal mod sockets replaced with a single unified Legacy mod socket that can socket all Charged with Light mods, all Warmind Cell mods, all Nightmare Hunt mods, and all Garden of Salvation mods, and all Last Wish mods. And with that, we've come to an end of our armor mod patch note preview. In the coming weeks, we'll shift focus to your arsenal, and we have a handful of weapon archetypes that are being tuned, with some hefty changes that may surprise you. Stay tuned. Festival of the Lost art and fashion shows. This community is home to wide-ranging talent. We've seen full-on Cabal cosplays at PAX, works of art created on oil and canvas, and some amazing screenshots taken throughout our solar system. With Festival of the Lost in full swing, we'd like to highlight your skills and pass out some emblems in the process. Festival of the Lost Art Show, hashtag FOTL Art Show. Now, we aren't going to be too strict on a prompt here, but we'd love to see your takes on spooky themes in the world of Destiny. Carve a pumpkin, build out a cosplay, or draw some Festival of the Lost themed art. Digital or physical mediums are both awesome. And tweet your submission using the hashtag FOTL Art Show. We'll We'll retweet our favorites from @Bungie throughout Festival of the Lost and send you an Aspect of Luminance emblem you can show off to your friends. It wouldn't be Festival of the Lost without a costume contest of sorts. Now would it? Ava Levante has been dishing out some fun masks for you to wear in the wild, and we'd love to see how you're dressing your Guardians for the occasion. Take a screenshot of your Guardian wearing a Festival of the Lost mask in any activity or at any destination. Be sure to dress your Guardian with armor and shaders to complement your headwear. Tweet your submission with the hashtag FOTL Fashion Show, and we'll retweet winners from @Bungie through the end of the event. If your shot is selected, we'll grant you the Levante's Prize emblem. These will serve as your last chances to get the Aspect of Luminance and Levante's Prize emblems from Year 3. We may use these emblems as rewards again in the future, but they'll be on hiatus for a while. Without further ado, get to it. Time's ticking. Extra points to any submissions that visibly creep us out. Creepy crawlies. While it may be the time of year where people actively decorate their homes in spider webs, we'll never be too keen on bugs. Destiny player support is on the case, ensuring you don't get tangled on your way to this year's Festival of the Lost. This is their report. Season of Arrival's title. Due to the Cradle Encounter's weekly rotation, it is possible for players to miss an encounter before the end of the Season of Arrivals if they are not already completed. This would also prevent players from earning the Season of Arrivals title. Players who are looking to complete the Season of Arrivals title should ensure they have enough time to complete all associated triumphs before the end of the season. Players who earn the Season of Arrivals title should claim and equip it to ensure that it isn't removed at the end of the season. So make sure there's a check mark next to it in your title screen. Beyond Light and the end of Season of Arrivals. To prepare for the release of Beyond Light and Season of... they're not going to tell us right now. On November 10th, 2020, Destiny 2 will need to be taken offline for maintenance. In order to prepare for Update 3.0.0, Destiny 2 will be taken offline for maintenance at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, so that's 10 p.m. Eastern Time, on November 9th, and will remain offline until November 10th at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. During this offline period, the game will not be available and Season of Arrivals items will be made unavailable. Players are strongly urged to finish any Season of Arrivals content or triumphs before 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern on Monday, November 9th. Just a reminder, the previous TWAB, they did tell us that we were basically gonna uninstall the entire game and then install the new game. Closing out Season of Arrivals. When Season of Arrivals ends on November 9th, there will be a number of items, activities, and triumphs that will no longer be available to players. Some of these include the Prophecy Dungeon, which will return in a later season, the Ruinous Effigy quest, Traveler's Chosen quest, the Seed of Silver Wings seasonal artifact and the player power increase from said artifact, and unopened Umbral engrams. PC migration. Since moving to Steam, Destiny 2 players have been able to migrate their characters, licenses, and progress from Battle.net to Steam via a one-time transfer. This transfer process will no longer be available beginning December 1st, 2020. Any Destiny 2 PC players who have not migrated their licenses and content from Battle.net to Steam will no longer be available to do so starting on December 1st. Players in this state are encouraged to start our PC migration process so they will not lose access to their Destiny 2 licenses and content. If you know anybody from Battle.net who has not migrated yet, let them know that they have to do it before December 1st or they lose everything. Please note that if a player has progress on Steam and chooses to undergo PC migration, any existing content on Steam will be overwritten by migrated Battle.net content. This means that all character and progress data on Steam will be deleted and replaced by the character and progress data from Battle.net. This cannot be undone. Known issues. While we continue investigating various known issues, here is a list of the latest issues that were reported to us in our help forum. We are aware of an issue where the candy collected emblem tracker isn't tracking 2020 candy. Is this really an issue for people? We are investigating an issue where Eris Morn's dialogue and subtitles are not appearing for Korean players in the final interference mission. We are investigating an issue where cipher decoders are not dropping often for players. That has actually been fixed already. We are aware of an issue where the Masquerader's helmet has inconsistent power levels when acquired from Ava. I personally have had every drop from the event at 750 power level. We are aware of an issue where gear can sometimes drop at 750 power from the Haunted Forest chests. For a full list of emergent issues in Destiny 2, players can review our known issues article. Players who observe their issues should report them to our help forum. Please note that Season Pass rewards from Season of the Worthy will be unavailable to claim when Season of Arrivals ends. Past Season Pass rewards can be claimed at this link in the description below. There's nothing like the buzz before the launch of a new expansion in Destiny 2. If we were in the office, we'd be feeling electricity in the air at Bungie. Things are getting tied up. We're taking a magnifying glass to the content, finishing up our final test passes to prepare the next year of Destiny 2 for launch. Even in a world where we're working remotely, the excitement is felt in each meeting as we dot the I's and cross the T's. Soon, it will all be in your hands, and we'll be right there with you as you embark on your first journeys of Europa. We hope you enjoyed a peek at upcoming exotics earlier this week. We have a lot more for you to see and a lot more for you to experience, all coming soon. We know many of you are trying to plan some time off for the raid race, and we're looking to have some details on that next week. Stay tuned. DMG. I'm Diebear. If you like this video, please like, share, and comment. Don't forget to click the subscribe button and the notification bell below to be notified when new videos are posted. You can also find me on Twitch, Discord, and other social media. Links are in the description below.